What's going on, guys? My name is TetraNinja and I welcome you to Map Breakdown episode 3. And this series took a bit of a hiatus just because I was focusing on the weapon face-offs as well as the equipment face-offs. But I was actually receiving tons and tons of private messages from you guys saying that you wanted to see the return of the Map Breakdown series just because it helped you out a lot. So here it is. We're playing a domination game on Summit. And just with any other domination games, what's going to make you ultimately successful is first understanding flags and power positions as well as respawn points. So these are the respawn points if you own two of the flags, two of the conjoining flags, either C, B, or A and B. And as always in domination, owning two of the flags and controlling the other people's spawns is your best way of being successful. And as you can see, these are the main respawn points, and the reason why A and B are covered in gold is just because that is, in my opinion, the best flag configuration for this game, just because of the choke points as well as one main power spot or power position on the map, which I will get to a little bit later. But as you can see, what makes this map a little bit more difficult than others is that the B domination flag is pretty open in terms of where it is in position to the other flags. It's in an open area overlooked by two balconies that people can kind of camp out in. As well, it's pretty close to a lot of the main respawn points. So the class I start off in this game is actually a lot different than the one I finished off with. I was trying to get Hardened Pro in this game, so I have a Galil with dual mags, Hardline Pro, regular Hardened, and Ninja Pro. And what you really want to take notice is the equipment. The equipment isn't really suited for objective-based gameplay, especially against stronger players. But I'm not going to say these guys are the strongest players, but... well, you know what I'm just going to say, they're being assholes. Like I told you guys earlier, the B domination flag is extremely difficult to capture and maintain on this map just because it's so close to a lot of the main respawn points. It's right in the open, as well as there's two overlooking balconies that can oversee the flag at all times. So what you'll see is a lot of times people camp up in there as well. They just sit there and shooting RPGs and noob tubes onto the flags, and that's just going to give yourself... it's going to be pretty aggravating in my opinion as I get noob tubed right here. And whatever game type you enjoy the most, whether team deathmatch, domination, demolition, you should always, I'm going to say it one more time just to emphasize my point, always have a flak jacket class ready to go with a weapon that you feel comfortable using. Just because no matter how good you are or how good you think you are, you're always going to run into that random person on the team acting like a D-bag who all he will do is sit on choke points, shooting noob tubes and RPGs onto the flag. And unless you have flak jacket, there's really nothing you can do at that point unless you're rolling with a full squad. But in this game, I only have one other person on my team, so that makes things a little bit more difficult. But if you're a solo player, having a flak jacket class ready to go is almost indispensable in my opinion. And here he is once more sitting up top stadium, and this is at the point where I say fuck it and I break out my marathon class with the flak jacket and FAMAS with dual mags. But I guess an easier option would be just to rage quit and find another lobby, but that's not the type of person I am at all. I'm very, very stubborn, and I don't like giving people the satisfaction that they forced me out of a game just because they're playing like an asshole. But anyways, back to power positions like I was talking about earlier. This top stadium is the main power position on this map, and this is why I'm placing a motion sensor right here. And as you can see from the radius of the motion sensor, it's very large, and the range of the motion sensor is actually a little bit larger than what shows up on your radar. But the reason why you place it here is just because you cover a lot of the main respawn points if your team has the A-B flag configuration. As you can see, you're basically covering about two main routes that people can run to get into the stadium. As well, by covering this position, you have a direct overlook of the B flag. As well, you can cycle back into the A flag, and as well cover a lot of the main respawn points that I'm going to show you guys a little bit later. So as I place that motion sensor right there, we actually lose B, which is kind of embarrassing because I should have covered it a little bit better, but the announcer didn't say we were losing it, and that just happens sometimes. But what I really want to drive home here is the importance of this top stadium position. And what I'm going to show you guys is another freeze frame right here. And the reason why this position, like I said earlier, is so strong is first off, you're covering your ass with that motion sensor, which covers all possibility of you getting flanked, as well as you get to cover all the other respawns, either coming from the staircase, top balcony, or those other 2 main respawn points at the very back of the building. As well, you can easily cycle back to cover the A flag, and as you can see right here, you get a clear line of sight towards the B flag, and you're actually going to see me get a nice triple spray a little bit earlier, covering it and protecting it. But moving on. So I take out this guy sitting up top of B balcony, and then I'm just cycling back between A and B, watching my motion sensor just covering my ass. And I take a quick trip back here to protect A. And what you're gonna know is at this point in the game, we're kind of at a stalemate, just because, as you can see, me and my buddy Zach kind of just staring at the B flag. And the reason why is because there's a difference between being a team player and just needlessly throwing away your life. And at this point, just because we have A and C, we have no idea at all where the other team is respawning. So before we actually jump on the flag, we'll have to make sure that the majority of the other team is pretty much dead as well. We want to make a concerted effort to push onto the flag in groups. You never want to capture a B flag alone, especially if you have a person noob tubing. And the reason why I didn't jump on here is just because I had to cycle back between just the B point and making sure that I protected A. So I pick up a quick double kill right there, and now I want to make a push for this B flag. But since the spawns are still messed up, I have no idea what the enemy team is. So I want to make sure that this balcony is cleared out first, and my buddy Zach actually started capturing the flag without me. At this point, there's really no sense of me jumping down off the balcony and trying to capture the flag with him. And as you can see right there, I was actually rolling on a high kill streak and about to get my SR-71, which will just in general benefit the entire team. And this is a touchy subject for a lot of people, but once again it comes down to there's a difference between being an objective player and a person who just randomly keeps throwing away his life needlessly onto those flags and just feeding the enemy kill streaks. And an SR-71 just helps out the entire team as a whole, and for some reason I threw my smoke because I thought it was a stun grenade right there, but I do make it up by getting a nice triple before getting sniped by Grizz right there. But do you know what's even better than getting all your kill streaks? Actually having some decent players on your team. And I have one other person on this team that I know of, and that's generally how I like playing my domination games. I don't like playing domination games with even more than 3 players, just because it becomes a spawn trap fest. And first off, I don't like playing those type of games, just because it bores me. As well, I don't think it provides for very entertaining gameplay at all. So I try to limit my party to under 3 people. But that being said, I know we've all been thrown into those parties before where you feel like your teammates are just complete idiots and all they're doing is just running around not capturing the objective and all that kind of stuff, and it just becomes very aggravating and frustrating. But that's what I suggest to you guys. If you're having trouble, play with at least one other person. I don't enter domination games in Black Ops by myself unless I have at least one other party member, just because it's a lot harder in this game to backpack a team than it was in Modern Warfare 2. The 2 main facts for this is, first off, kill streaks not layering, so you have to move around a little bit more and get your kill streaks. You have to be a little bit more patient. As well, there's the lack of stopping power, and that's not a complaint or anything, but without stopping power, it's very hard to engage multiple people at one time in this game. So yeah, my recommendation to you guys, if you're playing any objective-based game, is to at least have one other person on your team. And if you want to spawn trap the other team, then more power to you. But like I said, personally, I don't find enjoyment out of those type of games, and as well, I don't think that the gameplay is that entertaining in my opinion. But moving on. So once again, we're back in the power position, A and B, and I have my motion sensor down, and I'm just picking off people as they come out of their spawn. But my main advice for you guys, whatever map you're playing on or whatever game type you're playing on, play it at your own pace. We all can't be Sandy Ravage and run around the map in circles, poning noobs as they fall at the side of our gigantic biceps. But what we can do is develop our own strategies. And that's my main advice to you guys. Find a strategy that you feel comfortable with, if you want to be consistent, that is, and just stick with it. And another advice I can give you guys is utilize the tools that have been given to you. Treyarch gave us theater mode, and that's not just been useful for the Call of Duty commentator scene in helping us develop things such as puppy vision and other amazing things, but you can use that as a tool to really help improve your game. And what my advice to you guys is just find a game that you've been absolutely stomped on and think to yourself, what did I do wrong here, and what I didn't do wrong here. Some things you may want to look at is what I did at the very start and showed you guys, is just respawn points. Knowing respawn points is like one of the biggest advantages you can have. If you can predict where people are moving and just have an idea what times the power positions on the map and places people tend to hang out in. And when I say playing the game at your own pace, I do not mean play it like that guy right there as he was scurrying away and I shoot him in the back. I do not mean sitting in a corner with a ghost perk, looking down a main entranceway and waiting for people to run by and shooting them in the back. Because first off, that's very, very aggravating, and second of all, you're not going to get any better as a player if you do that. And understandably, it can be very, very frustrating at first, but I can assure you guys, once you get on that large learning curve, things such as being able to get on target faster and having better accuracy, they come. And what you're gonna notice is having those raw skills are not as important as understanding the maps, understanding where people are gonna be respawning most of the time, and as well as the general tendencies of players, where players like to move and where people like to position themselves to cover certain choke points. How to deal with assholes like this one right here who shoot noob tubes at you all day long. But luckily I did have flak jacket on, and for some reason I don't know how I survived 2 noob tubes right there with flak jacket, but hey, I'll take it. And you guys have an amazing resource at your hands, which a lot of people didn't have before you. Better than any guide or any book on how to play Call of Duty can tell you. You have actual video and actual commentators. And that's another piece of advice I can give you. If you're still having trouble with the game, find a commentator that you like and one that you can think that can help you out in improving your gameplay, and just watch more video. And most likely you'll at least pick up one tip in each video that will kind of help you out improve your game overall. And that's how this community really started. It started from a small group of guys who enjoyed and loved playing video games, posting their gameplay online. And the reason why these videos became so popular is because a lot of people found them to be useful and helping them out improve their own personal gameplay. And this community kind of has exploded since then. And regardless of some of the drama that occurs in it, there will always be a place for that, for people seeking help in videos such as these ones. And this is the main reason I started the map breakdown series, is that I wanted to first help people out, but I wanted to do it in a more of a demonstrative way with all these kind of overlays and everything. I kind of took a chunk out of Onslaught and Team Art's books. And this puppet vision will not be nearly as entertaining as the first one is, as this guy both knifes and shoots my dogs. Asshole. But I decided to show you guys anyways, because I just get a nice little laugh on my face as I watch my dogs maul people. But yeah, like I was saying, so long as people need help in video games, this community is going to be around for a while, despite sometimes the drama that occurs with it. And I'm just going to keep doing my thing, making videos that I think will help people and are entertaining to watch. And that being said, the gameplay is about to wrap up right here. Final score of 66-8. If you found that the video helped you at all I ask is that you just give it a quick rating. It helps me out a lot. And if it helped you out a lot, like really, really a lot, I encourage you guys to check out my channel, because I post tons of videos like this, both entertaining to help people out, as well as the occasional serious commentary. So as always, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys next time.